brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. On that Pittsburgh sideline, a look there at the Steelers head coach. His team comes in rested and ready off the midseason bye week. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Browns. His guys come in off what he described as a Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Jamie Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from Cleveland. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
You look back on the game prior to the bye week, Mike, and I think that win is critical. Nobody wants to go into the bye week off of a loss. It just changes the energy in the building. Everyone starts questioning everything you're doing. You're going on a win. Everyone takes a deep breath. You're very honest about what you need to continue to improve on coming out of the bye, and we'll find out in this one whether they made those corrections.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll look to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
It seems across the league, Mike, that there's really 2 types of teams off the bye. There's the teams that are still on vacation, and it takes them a little while to get back into playing shape. And then there's the teams that come out hot. And I'm not sure anyone really understands how to handle the bye better than others, but for this unit here, that is probably as good as they could have hoped. They had a clear plan, well executed. Now they have the ability for the rest of the game to play with a lead.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. Biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Another run here with Hall. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
It's first down, and it's ball. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. It's a Browns first down. On the ground, here's Quinshawn Judkins. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They run it once more with Judkins.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Judkins. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take this down to the 2, but a good tackle there. Going to set up 3rd and goal. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense and the veteran A.J. Brown make their way back out. He's right there in contention for the most receiving yards by a wideout this year, currently ranked 2nd in the NFL. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll go again with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Another run here with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Traditionally in 1st and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man, A.J. Brown's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send Flowers in motion. He'll look to throw. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he will get into the end zone. Hank Bigsby. Touchdown Steelers. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Browns offense ready for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. He's got room past the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll give it here to Judkins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing now from the gun. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, right back to Johnson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here. Second and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll stick with him again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down. They'll swing this out to Johnson, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple. Quickly, he hits Loveland on the RPO. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. The handoff, Judkins. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Now, faking the give. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Going to try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
And on this 1st down, it's Johnson. And this will not help the cause. He's going backwards. Tackled back at the 8. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. A give, and here's Johnson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come. As 4th down is looming. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Off he goes. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Browns.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Browns are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this 1st half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd
They'll throw out of the gun. They look underneath here for Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. That's a Steeler first down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Steelers can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans at home to take on the Jags in the AFC South. And how about a big play here from the Jaguars' defense? They force the errant throw, it's picked off, and they've got room, they've got blockers, and no one's gonna get him. Touchdown. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He'll manage only a couple. Derek Harmon in for the tackle. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll swing this one out to Hall. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Steelers offense and the veteran A.J. Brown make their way back out. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play to kick off this drive. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
On this 1st down, it's Johnson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. And not much there. Good defense. hold to no gain. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to run it. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Rolling to the left. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This officially a 58-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him, and he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
He's going to air this one out. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. And the defense not going to let him wiggle out of that one. They force him out behind the line of scrimmage. Forced out wide.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Steelers first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The break, the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Well, we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. This one broken up It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 46-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They're holding at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Hall. He'll be out of bounds. That's a decent pickup of 5 on 1st down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he's got it. Remove the chains. 1st down at the 47. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 33-yard line.
Now here's a keeper on his own read. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They'll throw here on 3rd and in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard. Throwing now from the gun. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. On the run, here's Hall, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier...
That one, caught! Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
And he's going to get the 2-point conversion there. So bring it down to a 14-point deficit.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come. It's 4th down is looming. first down. Aggressive call there. And it works out as they convert on fourth down. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. This into the hands of Flowers for the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. He'll try to run for it with Johnson. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, only need a yard, and it's fourth down. They'll drop to throw, and he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.